My name is Bhaval Mengal and this is my commercial law assignment. My student ID is 24110496. This is my ID card. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so my client is Bob Decor and I have to advise them on their legal position. Okay, so there was a contract which had certain terms of Sales of Goods Act 1979. The contract between Bob Decor Limited, which was the buyer, and Wood Create Limited, which is the seller, is governed by the Sales Goods Act 1979. The express terms were for 12 oak dining tables, 1.5 meters each, and 60 wooden chairs, Boxton 10s, delivered in 3 equal installments on 20, 23rd, and 26th May, with payment 1 week after each delivery. Okay, so there were certain key terms which included section 13 uh, part 1. Goods sold by description must correspond with that description here. Oak and 1.5 meters are descriptive conditions. And section 30 governs delivery of the wrong quantity. Section 31 governs installment deliveries. Breach of a condition entitles the buyer to reject the goods and treat the contract as repudiated. Section 11, Part 30. Okay, so the first delivery, which was on 20th May, breaches and right to reject. Wood Crate Limited delivered 5 ash tables, 2 meters each, 15 chairs in one box instead of 4 oak tables, 1.5 meters and 20 chairs in 2 boxes. So this is basically breach of section 13. Tables are fundamentally different. Ash not oak 2 meters, not 1.5. Under Acros Limited versus Eaton and Son 1933. AC 470, strict compliance with the description is a condition, so Bob can reject the tables. Okay, so secondly, there is breach of section 30, which is short delivery. Only 15 chairs were delivered, not 20. Section 30 para 1 states allows rejection for a shortfall. Section 32A, exception for non-consumer contracts where the shortfall is so slight that rejection would be unreasonable, does not apply at 25% deficit. Alright. So let's come towards acceptance. Bob has not yet lost the right to reject the goods under section 35A1. He has retained the goods for only 3 days, which for complex furniture is likely within a reasonable time for inspection. He has not intimated acceptance or done any act inconsistent with the seller's ownership. Right? So second delivery, which was on 23rd May, there were further breaches. Right? So the second installment consisted of 2 oak tables, 50% short, and 15 chairs, 25% short in 2 boxes. Both are substantial shortfalls under section 31, entitled Bob to reject this entire installment. Okay, so let's come towards installment contract and repudiation. Section 31. This is an installment under section 31(1). Section 31(2) provides that whether defective deliveries constitute a repudiation of the whole contract is a questionable fact. Depending on contract terms and circumstances, the leading test comes from Maple Flock Co. Limited versus Universal Furniture Products Family Limited, 1934. So the quantitative ratio of the breach to the whole contract and the probability of recurrence. So let's apply it here. Quantitative ratio after 2 of 3 installments. Wood Create Limited has delivered 5 fundamentally non-conforming tables out of 7, which has short delivered chairs by 25% on each occasion. The breaches are serious and substantial, not minor. So probability of recurrence. The defects in description and quantity are repeated, showing an inability or unwillingness to comply. Following Robert A. Monroe and Co. Limited versus Meyer 1930, 2 KB 312 and Regent OHG, Eason Stunt and Bereg versus Francesco of Jermyn Street Limited 1981. 3. All year 327. A pattern of defects justifies the interference of future breach. Therefore, would create limited breaches amount to repudiation of the whole contract. Rejection of all goods and cancellation. Bob may reject all goods delivered in both installments provided he has not accepted them. No acceptance forms. He can also cancel third delivery due on 23rd May. Crucially, even if the first installment was deemed accepted, Mappleflock confirms that acceptance of one installment does not bar termination for subsequent breaches. Bob could still reject the second installment and cancel the third, claiming damages for the accepted first installment. So there are certain available remedies. First one is rejection and termination. Notify would create limited clearly and promptly make goods available for collection. Second remedy that we have is damages for non-delivery, section 51, for the entire shortfall measured as the difference between contract price and market price plus consequential losses. Third remedy which we have is damages for breach of warranty, section 53, for any goods deemed accepted covering the loss in value due to non-conformity. And lastly, restitution. If any payment has been made, it can be recovered for total failure of consideration. Thank you. That's all.